What's good, y'all? This is Short Kings Talk, episode 57. We are your hosts with the most, Sin Kelvin. We back here with being consistent. How you feeling today?
New camera angle?
Ish. I mean, we're still doing the two camera angle. I think it's working out, but
we're trialing out something new soon.
Yeah. Hopefully, we can get a third guest in and then audition that just to make this pod a little bit more interesting. Yeah. But if you're watching or listening and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as follow us on all social media platforms at Short Kings Talk Everything. Links are in the description below. Then follow us on our personal Instagrams. Mine is Sid the Chad. Kelvin is Dr. Sixpack. And then follow this gym. We're growing. We're getting really good feedback nonstop at Neo Bootcamp. Neo, like in the Matrix. What's the most recent feedback that you got from this gym, from anyone?
Oh, they like the website.
Okay.
Yeah, the website's cool.
Nice curated website. What about any feedback with group classes?
They like the pacing of it.
Okay.
Because
there you go.
Again, we don't do a lot of cardio.
Yeah.
And most people feel like they won't get a good workout from like 4 good sets, 4 good exercises, 4 or 5 hard sets. But you do.
Yeah, but if you push yourself within those 4 exercises, exactly. So custom group strength training workouts as well as one-on-one. So hit your boy up. You feel me? There you go. So before we get started with episode 57, we have a little update for y'all. So if you haven't watched episode 56, we were talking about why people see us as our ops. So we recorded 55 and 56 together. So that was about 2 weeks ago. Since then, that op that doesn't like me at the last gym unfollowed me on Instagram. And I was like, wow, it's serious. And in solidarity, one of his clients also unfollowed me on Instagram. And I'm also like, wow, it's really serious. And what, a day or two ago?
A day later. Like 2 days.
2 days ago?
Yeah, 2 days ago.
2 days ago, that same trainer unfollowed Kelvin.
And the gym.
So if you think, and the gym's Instagram. So if you think we're looking too much into it and it's all just speculation, that's clear evidence right there. That's crazy. What did we do? Nothing.
I just posted Sid.
Yeah, you just reposted me. But the thing is, there's nothing out of the ordinary.
It was like, you know what would happen is when you made that hard post.
Which hard post?
And you collabed it because you're like,
the squat one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I only did that so that you can have content.
No, I know, and I appreciate it. I'm just saying that he might have seen it and it got really rustled his jimmies.
Why?
Because he probably doesn't watch our stories. I mean, obviously, he probably mutes it, right?
Okay.
But you can't really mute someone's post, right?
I think you can.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
I don't think he went to that setting. I don't think
you can. You can.
Ah.
There's only one person on my personal that I mute.
Oh.
Yeah.
Same. I have a couple, but they always just do their PDA shit on Instagram. I don't want to see it.
It's not that. It's skating. And he posts the same 3 tricks every single day. And it's just overdone. I'm like, yo, I'm over it. But hey, keep skating. You the homie. It's all good. No, you can mute timeline posts.
Okay. Well, I guess.
So who knows what actually triggered him? Whether it's PTSD from me lifting, or us just having a good time at
it's always a good vibe here, man.
Yeah, we're chill. Yeah, we're literally chilling.
Having fun.
One of my clients just thought it was funny. He's like, man, aside from working, you guys just hang out here and just goof off on. Pretty much. Because a lot of times, if the client knows, and obviously if we're not overstepping boundaries, then we're just goofing off during the session too. It's super chill as long as we get the work done, and we're not interrupting an actual thing. Yeah. You freaking ate a Chipotle burrito in front of my client. He didn't give.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
it was
he
dinner
care.
time, man.
Yeah.
We're just talking about shrinkflation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, Chipotle, man. The portion sizes.
Dude, Chipotle.
Your CEO,
we gotta talk.
Dude, your CEO said you guys are gonna put at least 4 to 6 ounces. Yeah. How many ounces you got? You 2?
Dude, okay. So he got me a burrito bowl. And there was no steak in there. There was 2 ounces, if then.
5 pieces.
It was nothing. Dude, I finished the steak first before 75% of my burrito bowl. I was like, yo, what is this? Why y'all skimping?
The bag of chips.
Oh, dude, the bag of dude. He got a large bag of chips, and those only an eighth. An eighth.
It looks
full.
like someone's leftovers.
Yeah. It's all right.
Oh, you know what?
So if we don't want to open the new bag, then
I might as well give him this one.
That's for you. Chipotle, what's going on? You're supposed to bless us.
I know, man.
Yeah. Is it really that scarce in terms of?
And they already raised the price too.
Prices not that much. Yeah, that's why I like Chipotle. It's healthy for fast casual or fast food.
But I'd rather them like raise it $1 or something like that,
and get
then give you the same portion than like raise it 50 cents and then skimp you.
Because Chipotle is supposed to guarantee how many ounces of meat? Like 4 to 6, right? Yeah. What's going on?
Got two.
What's going on? Like that shit used to be fat.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying like bless me with double portions unless I ask for it, but like
just what you paid for.
Yeah, make it right.
What you fucking paid for.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say shout out to the Chipotle in Rosemead. That's like the only Chipotle I know that still blesses me if I buy something. Everything else,
that Pasadena one sucks. Every time I go there, it's like a little bit skimpy.
No, both of them do. Yeah. A lot of times, like you're supposed to, those little hacks. Yeah. They're like, oh, here's how to get the most bang for your buck. Yeah. Like you're supposed to order there.
Yeah, and watch them, right? Like,
and then order each item one at a time. So you got to be like brown rice and then and then black beans. Steak. I'm like, yo,
that's a whole fucking process, though.
There's an app for that. I have ascended, and I just order everything on the app, so I can just pick it up, and that's it.
I know.
I can eat it there, take it to go. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you can't do that anymore because you gotta audit those motherfuckers while they're making it.
Dude, Chipotle, come on, man. Just start blessing us because I can't really eat right now. Yeah. You forget, I'm 4 weeks out from this recording. I'm 4 weeks out from my first bodybuilding show. I did my first posing session, which was fine. Yeah. I think just from the posing alone, I've accepted that I'm just gonna wear a thong. Yeah.
Are you gonna order photos?
I think so. Yeah. I'm gonna just pay for it. Like just do the photos. Pay for the tanning.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I don't.
I already ordered your photos.
Did you really? What the hell? Did you really? Why? Oh, dude, you're foul for that one. Thanks, though. Yeah. You're hella. Are you serious? Yeah. You went on the website?
I already got it.
Because I was just gonna use, I was gonna hard post it to showcase.
Only the photos with no video.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
The video was kind of pricey. It was like $300.
Whoa, just to get the
photos is $140.
Wait, what the? Yeah, I know that. Yeah. But what's the video? Is it just showing?
It's your routine.
So 1 minute is 300?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's wild.
I haven't made that one yet. I'm still at the point where I'm trying to get to all the poses quickly.
The mandatories,
transitions, quickly as possible. And but I did pick my song though.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say what it is.
I'll say it,
I'm not gonna say what it is. All I'm gonna say is that you'll be very surprised on what I selected. You're gonna think I'm such a contrarian for it. I'm just saying. But for just for a hint for anybody watching or listening, my routine song is a song with Justin Bieber. That's all I'll say. That's it. Just gonna leave it at that. Anyways, to the actual topic of this episode, I kind of want to have kind of semi-serious, but at the same time, still just shoot the shit. But just talk about our own personal insecurities, and we can tie it with either being Asian in whatever realm or space that we're in, or any personal insecurities that we've experienced or we're currently having. And then as well as, this podcast is called Short Kings Talk, and we never allude to short kings at all. That's kind of like the rule, right?
Yeah, because
if you keep talking about being a short king, then that just shows your insecurity.
Because I'm not insecure about it. I'm short. I'm not insecure.
Also, no one thinks you're short. Yeah, literally everyone that I know is all like, Kelvin's not short, man. 5'10" is not short. You're like the upper medium.
If I go to
dude, even a lot of girls say I'm not short. I'm like, you can just say I'm short.
Your coach be a little short.
I was very surprised. Yeah, he's 5'6", but he's just hella swole. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, all right, but he's good. Shout out to him. I'll shout out to him once I compete and do this hard post. Gotta do it. Anyways, let's go back in the past. What were some any insecurity that you had, just either growing up, just for yourself, being Asian, being surrounded by whatever. Yeah.
I mean, okay. Being skinny.
Okay.
Being skinny was one of them. I was really, really thin.
Yeah, that was the emo phase, right?
Not even emo. That was just a lot of track and field. I was a sprinter.
Oh yeah.
And long. I never understood. I don't know why the fuck they force track people to go off season to cross country. If you think about training specificities, that's probably the worst thing you could fucking do.
Yeah,
it's way too. Yeah. So if you're gonna be, because I was a 400 relay runner, right?
Okay.
So like doing off-season cross-country actually hurt my performance for my event.
You weren't as explosive.
Yeah. I should be building strength in the gym in the middle, right? But anyways, I like high school fucking athletics. Unless you go to a really rich school, where there is like hella money being involved, like they just hire like these fucking dumb. Anyways, skinny.
What position were you in the relay? 1 through 4. Which one?
I was third.
Okay. Yeah. Damn, that means you were pretty fast.
Yeah.
You're like just
back end. Dude, you know the kids nowadays though, their speed is insane.
I know, dude. The advancement with like technology and accessibility.
I think they're just like putting more money into the programs and they're scouting better.
But at the same time, even if it's just like some regular schmegular high school coach, like because of the access of information that we're getting now, then people are just slowly
Instagram University, you know? Yeah. Back then you had to read books.
Yeah. Let me ask this though. Were you also insecure about being skinny? Because have you ever gotten comments from either your parents or family members like, oh, you're looking skinny, you need to eat more?
Never said that, but my sister used to put her fingers around my bicep. Like she could like...
Oh, she can actually... Like fingers like this? Yeah. You were that skinny?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. So just
like,
that act, you're just like, all right.
Yeah.
Because I used to get that comment a lot from aunties like, oh,
you're
like,
skinny?
Sid, you look so skinny. Like, you need to eat.
For Asian people, they like the skinny. Or for I guess for Chinese people.
But I think it's also because I think just my family members just wanted
you to eat.
They just wanted to feed me. Yeah. So that was it. But then I used to, like, if I didn't finish my plate and I was full, I was like, yo, I can't eat anymore. Now they don't have that conversation with me at all because I have muscles. So because I used to get that a lot. Yeah. Like, oh, you need to eat more. You're so skinny. I was like,
you think that's from skinny or that's from just, you know how older Asians, they grew up in more food scarce eras? Yeah. So they always want to feed you because they don't want you to go through that being hungry.
Yeah. Right? My Lola would be pissed every time I deny a plate from her because I'm trying to stay on a diet and stuff. But there's times where I'm over at my uncle's house and then she goes, oh, you need to eat. I go, no, I just ate already. And I'm trying to just deny eating. Yeah. And then she just looks hella mad. And then 5 minutes later, just a full plate. Damn. It's not even like what I asked, just full. I'm like, all right, I guess I got to eat this.
Oh, man.
So that's why I haven't gone to my family's house since it's cut. There's no way, dude. I can't sacrifice anything.
You are today?
I am, but it's not as bad. I do want to have pizza before, though. Today's my cheat meal day. So, like, I'm so strict that normally I'll have one cheat meal at the end of every week. I'm having a cheat meal every other week. Okay. So I haven't had a cheat meal in 2 weeks. All right. Yeah. And I'm so... Actually, it hasn't been that bad. Like, just the fact that 2 weeks has passed. When it first started, I was, like, dreading life. Initially, I'm like, yo, I got to eat so much chicken and ground beef and ground turkey. I'm like losing my mind, but it's not that bad. It's cool. Another hack is I don't know why I didn't realize this, but sriracha is essentially 0 calories. So I've been
20, right?
15.
15, yeah.
I've been drowning hella shit in sriracha. I'm like, this is nice. This is pretty good. Okay, what else insecurities that you have? I actually want to address one that is pretty much current now because you're about to fix it. Yeah. In Thailand.
Oh, my pec? Yeah.
No. Your hair, dog.
Hey, there's a lot of things I'm fixing in Thailand.
Okay, fine.
Hair too, yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you fix your attitude, man?
No, I can't do that.
Okay, so when did
the balding start?
Or when did the insecurity about your hair start?
When I started balding? I actually have a picture. It's wild. From when I first joined the gym and met you guys, end of 2021?
Is this a photo I took?
No, but like it was just a picture that I took outside of the gym, obviously.
Oh, okay.
And my hair was intact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like so that was just 3 years, and that was shit. I was like 28 at the time.
Yeah, but I remember you talking about how your barber when you were like 12, talking about when did the initial insecurity start?
That wasn't insecure because he said I would thin at the temples.
Okay.
But my hairline was always straight.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was just like a little bit thin there, right? But like I didn't know this receding until like when I was 28, 29.
Okay.
Yeah. That's when it was started. That's when the hair was gone.
Yeah.
Like you just saw skin, and I was like, oh Lord.
Yeah. Because I could also relate too. Because I think by my early 20s, my hair just got thinner, right? But I wasn't thinning. Exactly. My hair's just thin. Yeah. Right. So I started being a little conscious of that because normally, for a lot of Filipinos, like their hair is pretty thick. Yeah. Obviously, there's still outliers like people still balding, people with like thinning hair. So that got to me just a little bit, which is why I initially grew out my hair and I got the top knot, which to anyone that knew me at the time, I wish y'all told me that I look dumb. I look dumb. So never again. And then maybe also the frequent bleaching of my hair also contributed to it. So about when did I start minoxidil and finasteride? Like January 2023. Last year. Yeah. So I'm like a year and a half in, or over a year and a half in. And yeah, that's when I noticed like one side was receding, and then wherever the Naruto Rasengan, whatever that area is called, like started. Because my dad commented on it in the Philippines. He goes, "Oh, are you thinning? Like the back of your hair's pretty thin." And then in the Philippines, that's when I decided, I was like, "Yo, I need to do something about it." Yeah, so that's why like right then and there I ordered subscribed to Keeps. To do minoxidil.
Yeah, this was end of 21. My hair was intact.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You had a full pompadour.
Yeah, and then I guess the stress. There's a stress and not like sleeping.
Stress and age, yeah.
And then that just fucked my hair up.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. But you know what? I should have started the medication as soon as I started noticing it.
Yeah. So at least because you already on it. So like that also was a catalyst for me to convince me. I'm like, all right, I need to be on it too. And I was very, very dedicated. Like
it's more preventative than anything.
Took the pill every day. I like
because as soon as it's like bare, it's like a little too late.
Yeah. I'm out of minoxidil once. I did it twice a week. Not twice a week, twice a day at first.
Yeah.
And then microneedling for the first 5 or 6. I
get that shit up hella early. It worked. I feel like it worked.
I feel like it too, but
it's too much. It's too painful.
This is my whole thing though. Is like my hair is pretty long right now. I feel like it's harder for me to apply minoxidil because you have to get in the hair. You have to get into the scalp, and then like I'm already kind of shedding. Yeah. A little bit. So like I was like, is this working? Like I'm not entirely sure. More hair out, huh? A little bit, yeah. So maybe I should get back to both.
They make the thing that dispenses it.
I don't know. I just use my hands.
Yeah, but like there's a thing that like there's like little claws, I guess.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then it guts in there, but
I don't know.
Because women use it, not for minoxidil, for like rosemary oil.
Oh.
Because that's what they use for hair loss.
Okay.
Because I guess they can't use it fucks up their babies.
Oh,
yeah, they can't use that shit. So women can't use the Rogaine or anything like that.
Okay. Because it does.
Yeah, so like they have to use rosemary water. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I use rosemary water for my face. That's my toner. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Thayer's, alcohol free. But yeah, at least for me, I say that my hair is technically still thin. Like if it's wet, you kind of say, but it's more fuller. Yeah. So I'm a lot more.
It's worse when it's blonde, right?
Oh,
if you come out of the water, like if you swim,
you see my scalp a little more. But once it's dried up, or even when I was blonde, I think once minoxidil and finasteride fully took into effect, it wasn't as bad. Like obviously, it's still thin, but it still covers a lot of spaces where it doesn't seem balding. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, and at least like the way I style my hair, like it doesn't seem as thin as it can be. So it's fine. Yeah. So I'm not as like conscious of that. But on your end, like you are taking like the highest level of action, and you're actually getting a hair transplant. Yeah.
That shit is not coming back.
Obviously. But I'm pretty sure you're like super like excited for it. But do you have any? I don't know. Do you have any? What do you mean you're not super excited?
Dude, it's 13 hours of.
Not the procedure, but at least like the recovery point and everything.
I feel like it'll look cool a year later. It's just a weird timing because like I might look crazy 6 months in, and there's some
for your wedding.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Hey man, there's Photoshop.
Oh right? Man,
you can just fill it in, man.
Oh man, yeah.
So since you did so much research, like once you get like the implants, right? So that's beginning December. At what point do you start seeing like little hair growth, like like the side, like after you get a fade, like that type of growth?
So like you get like the puby. Well, for me, I don't grow facial hair well, so when I do grow it, it's like all patchy and shit. Yeah. So by month 2 and 3, you start getting the regrowth. Okay. Because like the first month, like it sheds, right? Wherever implanted, and then the hair is there from the implant, and then they all fall off, right? Yeah. So by month 2, you look fucking weird as shit because you have all these markings, but there's no hair, right? Right. The 3rd month is when you start getting baby hairs. Mm-hmm. So month 3, so you look even crazier. Starting at month 5, it starts growing out kind of normally, right? But it's thin. It's very thin, like baby hairs. Yeah. And then month 9 is when it starts looking almost like normal hair, and then by a year, it's like set.
Oh,
so like usually 1 year after people get like those crazy before afters. Like if you look at C-Bum right now, he got his October of last year.
Okay.
And right now he has like a full perfect hairline.
Okay.
Yeah. But it took him a year. He looked crazy before.
Yeah, but that's what you like expect. Are you gonna just accept where you're at and just like have it exposed all the time?
You're not supposed to be putting any traction on it. No hats, nothing.
So it's just exposed all the time. You're just gonna accept like, hey, like I just got a hair.
It can't be worse than being like thinning and bald.
Right. You know, so you just have to go through it for a year, and then after that, you're just gonna be like, all right,
you're good. Yeah. What's wild is like some people bald from both sides.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. It's just my hairline.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty good here on the top, right? But like
the Vegeta
but like the fucking Rasengan shit in the back, people have to get multiple transplants.
Yeah.
Because you can't get both at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah. So they because there's only so much donor hair you have. Right?
Yeah.
So they get like 3,000 of your donor hair. They implant the front.
Okay.
And then as you're going through that process and recovering, you're losing hair from the top of the dome, and then you go back, and it's just crazy.
At least there, like you can at least eliminate one insecurity, like, you know.
Yeah, because
how often throughout the day are you concerned about your hair?
Not a whole lot, actually.
Really? You don't?
It's just like I want to get things done while I have time.
Okay.
Right. Like right now, I have a little.
You're not like hyper conscious on.
Not really.
Really?
Yeah, not really. I'm just. Otherwise, I wear a hat all the time, like Bradley Martin.
Yeah.
I don't really care, but it's just like I like getting medical procedures done when I'm younger.
Right.
Because it's easier to recover.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine, like, if I had, like, kids and shit, right?
Yeah.
I can't just step out for...
Or like my old man client, he got his transplant at 70.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's like, I feel the confidence building. I'm like, all right,
that's good, yeah. But like, I feel like when I'm, like, 65 or something, I wouldn't mind going just fucking Mr. Clean that shit, you know? Like, bald as shit.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep it going, like, if my hair can grow. And I'll just keep it going.
Yeah.
Until it's very obvious, you know, unless, you know.
Would you ever consider a transplant?
No. I feel like I don't need one.
No, I mean, like, if you look like the other trainer at the other gym, the smelly one.
Oh.
If you look like Art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%, dude.
No, just like, no.
100%. Because, like, for me, or before I talk about it, you've never been very conscious on, like, your personal image, like, throughout the day.
Not from
like,
the hair.
No, anything.
Oh. It's more like
not like, you know, in the workplace, outside, when you're in festivals, if you're somewhere random like the mall, traveling, whatever, like
only
anywhere.
In the gym.
That you're conscious on.
Of like, because I have an injury. So I always feel like I'm crippled.
Okay.
But like that, I was talking to someone about it.
But then how do you, like, insecurity is like you're scared that someone would judge you about it.
Yeah. But it's me judging myself. If that makes sense. Because like for me, it's just like, my upper body has deteriorated so much from where it used to be, right?
Yeah.
That I feel like I'm like borderline disabled in some aspects, right? But like I was talking to my friend
like you're
about
putting so much of a limiter.
Yeah. But like my friend, I was talking to my other friend. He was just like, but you're still a lot stronger than 90% of the population. But to me, it's just like I feel like it's
you want to be
10 years of progress gone.
Or above proficient.
Yeah, but it's like 10 years of progress down the drain, right? It sucks. It's like,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like now it's just like maybe if I get this thing done, it could help, but who knows? Maybe it doesn't.
Yeah, because for me, like I'm very conscious on like how I dress and how I present myself. Yeah, because like this is all like what goes on in my head. I feel like in general, if you just judge this part right here, in the world, I think I'm like a 5.56, but it's like added stuff to it that like ups my score, you know? So like, you know, being like, fit. Being fit, I dress well, you know, I keep myself clean.
Yeah, you don't smell bad.
Yeah, exactly. Like all that stuff, like I like contribute all of that so that I can feel better about myself. Yeah. Cause I like, sometimes I just feel very like outlier-ish where I'm just like, oh man, like I'm not trying to just look dumb. Right?
In what regard? Look dumb. Give me an example. Use it in a sentence.
That's hard. Let me think about that. Like I'm trying to just do a comparison type thing, you know? Or like that trainer, like, you know, I don't want someone to judge me like, oh, this guy smells.
Yeah, no.
I don't want like, you know.
But like, was there ever an instance when someone came up to you and said, "Hey, you know, whatever that made you afraid"? That like I'm sure no one came up to you and went, "Hey, dude, you smell."
Oh,
deodorant, right? Like,
no.
Was there like a past instance that kind of like triggered that response or what?
Not in terms of the smelling one. It's weird. It's like it's some positive comments that I get that just gets to my head. Like I can't explain this correctly because everyone is gonna tell me it's a good problem, but I kind of have semi body dysmorphia where like I just personally feel like I built too much muscle for my own liking. I'm not saying I'm hella jacked, right? I'm not whatever my posing coach or whatever. It's just I prefer to be a little slimmer.
Yeah, that's fine.
So every time someone comments like just a random one, okay, like I'll give you an example. When I was in Rome, so my two hostel roommates, so I'm 5'7", my two hostel roommates 6'4", 6'10". Yeah. They're tall as fuck, right? So we my last night there, we all went to go have dinner at just a random like pasta spot. Yeah. And then the owners were tripping out on how tall they were. They all took a picture with them, like one by one. They were like popular, super random, right? So we left and we went to go walk to get gelato. And one of the owners like stopped me and goes, "Man, you can't be walking around with them, man. They're too tall." I'm like, "Yeah, no, but it's fine." And he goes, "But it's okay. Like you got the shoulders and the chest." And then like just little comments like that. I'm like, you can see that through my shirt. So I'm like super conscious because like sometimes I feel like a lot of times it's more of like hopefully like I can attract girls, you know,
and it does, right?
Yeah. No, like
compared
to a sense, I think if a girl's already into fitness, then it's fine. But I think generally a girl would want someone like I guess less muscular because I think what they think is. That I live up to a certain standard and they have to kind of match that. Yeah. Which in a sense I feel like
you do have that.
Yeah, exactly. No, I do have kind of a standard, which is why I haven't really gone on a lot of Hinge dates. Right. Yeah. I'm like conversing and just like not really going.
You don't think the style of clothes you wear accentuates your build? I think it does.
Really?
It's oversized, and then if you fill out certain
but it's how you wear the overs, because the thing is like if I wear like a specific box tee, then I'll be like hella wide. But then if the sleeves are still long, like it just like it still tapers down. It doesn't make me look that much wider. No,
what I'm saying is if you wear a more fitted shirt, right, and someone sees like your silhouette of like muscles, they'll be like, "Oh, you are wearing a fitted shirt. You're wearing a fitted shirt, so obviously your muscles are gonna pop, right?" Yeah. But it's when you wear oversized tees and then your muscle pops, they're like, "Damn, this motherfucker is huge," because it's popping underneath a shirt that doesn't.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why all the big bodybuilders always wear oversized shit, and they look massive in it because their shoulders are popping up on the oversized shirt.
That might be true, actually. Oh man!
But like when people see you wearing a fitted shirt, they expect you to be.
But
more.
I don't like wearing fitted clothes.
I know you don't. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you from Gen
Unless
Pop.
it's Uniqlo Aerism, that's like the only exception.
From like Gen Pop, you look even bigger in.
That's actually true because like my chest protrudes so much out, so you could kind of see it here. Like it just droops over like the bottom of my shirt almost never touches my stomach. Like it's very rare. Oh man. You're right. Like speaking of like personal standards, I'm also super conscious on that where I feel like sure I have a standard, like whatever in terms of lifestyle, taking care of myself, X, Y, and Z. But the other side of that is like I'm also a freaking goofball. Yeah. So like I'm not entirely sure like where I fall in terms of who do I attract or like maturity level, I guess. So hey, I could take care of myself, but I still make like dick and fart jokes. Yeah, like super dumb jokes, objective jokes that, might seem a little offensive to people, but hey, joke lang sinigang. That's about it. Yeah, man. So what about any like work insecurities? So like, what about opening this gym for one? That's like fine. Did you have any apprehensive thoughts?
I never had. Well, I think we were talking to the other guy who came in yesterday, another well-respected professional.
Okay, yeah. Our colleague.
I never had imposter syndrome. Not because I'm brilliant.
Yeah.
Because I was so arrogant when I was younger.
Right.
That I felt like I could do anything, right?
Okay.
I guess overconfidence, right? So I never had that because I that was fueling my kind of start of my career, right?
Yeah.
And then 4 years later, reality hits, and then you realize how little you know, right?
Yeah.
But by that time, I'm already I've been in the field for a while, established. So I never had that imposter syndrome.
Okay.
But for a lot of people, you know, here included, right?
Yeah.
They do have that imposter. They feel like, oh damn, like, I don't know anything. I'm just faking it until I'm making it, right?
Do you also think it's a form of imposter syndrome for any trainer who thinks?
If you guys can't see, my legs are hanging off the chair. I'm not that tall.
A short king sock, baby. He feels so good about himself right now. Yeah. Anyways, is it a form of imposter syndrome for all the trainers or anyone in any like workplace who thinks they're the shit but just knows so much?
It's not imposter. There's the thing called the Dunning-Kruger effect. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's like the initial bump, right?
Okay.
You know, people with like false confidence, right? They think they know it all.
Yeah.
And then they kind of reach this cliff, right? And then there's just self-actualization, like, damn, I don't know shit. And then they go into like a massive depressive episode of I don't know anything. Yeah. And then they come out the end like, okay, I'm somewhere in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And then for some people, you know, at the other gym, the guy who unfollowed us, right?
Yeah.
He's still on that peak that he thinks he knows everything, but he's in such an echo chamber that no one ever tells him like, hey, you're wrong. Or they do. And then he yells at people.
Hold on. Hold on. I got yelled at.
Yeah. See? You see what I mean? Yeah. But like for normal people, when like if you confronted me about something and I'm like, oh, my bad, I'm wrong, right? And then you learn from it.
Yeah.
But there's people that get stuck in that loop.
Yeah. But retrospectively, I feel like it might have been the way I said it because I'm kind of sarcastic in nature. So if you don't understand that, then it might come across
but that's mean. Kind of insecure, right? Because like you should feel like you don't know everything. Like you might be like, oh, I'm hella good at, like for you, like, oh, I'm hella good at my job, right?
Yeah.
But
that's my self-confidence.
Yeah, which is fine.
I think I'm the shit at strength training.
Yeah, and you have evidence for that because you have clients, past testimony, right?
Exactly.
But like if someone asked you about blood work, right? Like you wouldn't feel like you're proficient enough to give an answer, right? Because you're I don't fucking know about that.
Yeah.
The problem is for people who think they could just read something for 2 minutes on Google and give you an expert's opinion.
Know everything.
Yeah, so that's what he's dealing with.
Yeah, that's what happened yesterday. Because again, for me, my jurisdiction is only soft tissue. I can't go anywhere like below that or any bones, ligaments, like that's, I can't do any of that, right? So I was just only addressing my client's VMO, and she said like, oh, it's still more towards the knee, and like the closer it got to the knee, I'm just like, you might have to ask this guy because like you're falling out of my boundaries,
your personal space.
Yeah, exactly. My comfort zone, man.
That's a lawsuit. That's a no square.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Hey, you know when you bend your knee and it looks like a vagina. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I'm like releasing it, and I'm just like, what's over here? That's terrible.
Oh Lord.
Anyways, I'm gonna quickly tell the story about when I got freaking yelled at by this like trainer who's like thinks he's so much shit. This is what I said. So we were just in the hallway. I'm just gonna fast forward a lot of the dialogue, but he goes, "Oh man, like his estimated 1 rep max is this according to my online calculator, but I feel like he can drive more strength." And all I said was, online calculator, man, you gotta like read some strength books and shit. That's all I said. But then I said it, you know, the way I said it, you know, in sarcastic jest. And this fool's like, it's like, you don't know what I know. Like, I went through so many seminars, got so many certifications, learned what I learned to develop he just fully blew up on me and just like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to walk away. I'm not even going to talk to you right now. I had to apologize to this fool later that day. Like, just text him a whole paragraph. I was like, hey, man, I didn't mean what I mean, you know?
Oh, Lord.
So that's basically what happened. So whether I'm in the wrong or not, you know, it's
okay.
It's
but
fine.
If you read all those books, why are you using a calculator?
Wait. Hold on. I also use a calculator, but I got it from the books.
Yeah, not online one, because those
not
are
online.
shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, those are completely
It's like using a macro calculator off MyFitnessPal.
Yeah, no, that's
not good.
Booty cheeks,
it's really not that good.
Cheeks.
Yeah, I feel like all the general ones, like unless you like are able to calculate a specific one, it's the only one.
Yeah, because like, if you go to any course worth a damn, they're very adamant about you have to use our methods.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to use our calculator or our formula. It's not calculator, right?
Yeah.
Because that's how it was for me, right? So I'm just like, why are you Googling this shit if, you know, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, so that's basically what happened. Am I in the wrong? Did I say it in the wrong way? Maybe. Yeah. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah. But again, okay, going back to you, like you didn't have imposter syndrome opening this gym.
I don't. I feel like you can't at a certain point if you're like an entrepreneur. Because like if you let that fear.
But then did you have any apprehensive thoughts, like, you know, going all in? You know, it's like, you know,
of course, because like, you know, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking expensive. It's a lot of startup capital.
We're not in the best economy right now for what we're doing.
Right.
We really aren't.
Yeah, like, not in the best, but at the same time, we're in one of the best cities too.
We are in one of the best cities, but like the other thing is just like during COVID, towards the middle of COVID, when the checks were coming for everyone, like there's money everywhere.
Yeah,
everyone was starting businesses, right? And then everyone was successful, myself included, right? Because there's so much money in circulation. Yeah, right? And then once the economy started like leveling out, just eating shit, a lot of businesses closed. Because like they could only thrive when people had money to throw, right?
Yeah,
but they couldn't really compete once people were a little bit more stingy.
Yeah.
So why I started this now, it's more like a challenge, right? Like if I could survive in this recession, then when things turn around in a couple of years, then we're not gonna have any problems, right?
But again, we're in a pretty condensed city where even though it's
we're
a recession, like
more affluent city.
Exactly.
Like it's not like I'm doing this in fucking Reno, right? Then that would be crazy. That would be in fucking
Bakersfield?
Crazy. Like in Fresno, nah, I would not.
Hey man, it's like I'm moving to Fresno. I'm like, all right, have fun, dog. I ain't joining you.
Yeah, I'll just work at In-N-Out. Man. You can tell how well off a city is based on the amount of Chick-fil-A's and the In-N-Outs.
And Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Whole Foods is number one.
If you're Erewhon, if you have an Erewhon, you guys got it.
Pasadena has one and a Whole Foods. Yeah.
And the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Stockton does not have a Whole Foods. We have Chick-fil-A.
Because the Chick-fil-A, like they have very strict requirements for income, right?
Yeah, and then they have to own the property. Yeah, right? They can't lease the land. They have
some crazy. So if you have a up and running Chick-fil-A, you know the area is good for it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, interesting to know. Yeah. Dang, yeah, because like for me, I feel like if I was in your position, I'd like have hella thoughts like, oh, should I just go in? Because when I first went independent, it took me a month to decide to just jump the gun. Yeah, I was super scared. Yeah. It's like, oh, like, you know, like, can I be my own boss? You know, can I obtain clients on my own? I was like super scared in the field. And that's why I made like, you know, a couple bad like business decisions with some people, or just really did anything to market myself, you know, post flyers, like business cards.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. So I was just like, and whenever like I did that and then I had no return out of it, it just got, it got to my head. It's like, you know, there's been times where I would run like a 3-week digital ad campaign
and nothing,
and then no feedback. So I'm just like, dang, I just wasted money. But you know what? It's fine, because like, you know, I still put my name out there. And, you know, I'm still building my own personal brand by posting and whatever.
You didn't do a split test?
I think I did.
What were you testing?
I forgot. Because at the time, my friend was doing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's okay to waste money on ads, but, like, I always A/B test. Like, the heading, right? A/B, whoever wins. And Meta's really good at doing that shit now.
Yeah.
Like, they'll just tell you, like, hey, this is not performing well. Cut that shit off.
Yeah.
And do something else, right? Yeah. Meta AI, man. We're getting really good at ads.
It's pretty good. Yeah. I need to run my ads again.
Run your fucking ads.
Yeah, but it's also end of the year, so, you know.
It's Black Friday, man.
What do you mean?
That's when people buy. Because they're like, I have all this money, I need to spend it on something. Do we have to do like Black Friday promo is like because I'm working with a marketing guy right now, right?
Yeah.
A girl.
I mean, you can do that because you facilitate group classes.
No, but like people buy one-on-one too. You just have to like give a little bit of an incentive.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
Like what's the most you would give?
What do you mean?
As a discount.
I mean, my consultation is already free.
No, I mean, that's a given in the industry.
Yeah.
Like, what would entice people to like buy it during Black Friday?
I'll probably do like 10 off my session price.
And what's the most they can buy with that?
I always do a package of 10 or 20.
So what if they were, I want to buy 100? Would you?
Damn.
Would you honor the?
I'll give them a pretty fast 100 sessions. That's like insane. That's crazy.
That's like a year, right?
Is it? Yeah.
8
times
months?
52?
That's a year. If they're like, I'll pay out a whole fucking year for you.
Damn.
But I want like 15% off. Would you do it?
Yeah, I'll probably do it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I'll do it. Like, yeah, you'll bless me. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, what's the typical, has that ever happened to you? Like, that's really, they paid a year?
Not a year, but they will buy like $5,000 at a time.
Okay. Yeah, but how many sessions is that?
That's 3-4 months.
Okay. Damn.
That's a lot,
That's crazy. Yeah. Like the most for me, like again, I only offer like a package of 10 or 20, and they do either. Yeah.
But that's why, like, because we had a promotion, right? Oh. So they were like, well, if you buy, because we're about to run the 20% for the month of November only. Oh, okay. And that's our biggest sale of the year. Yeah. Nothing else. Like New Year's come is gonna be 10%.
Yeah, you gotta advertise like no nut November, guys. Gotta get in the gym.
Get the fuck in the gym.
Yeah.
So like people would
get your hand out of your dick and your body in the gym.
And then that way next year you don't have to do that. But people they stock up because they're like, oh shit. Because I do that with supplements too. On Black Friday, I'm like, I'm gonna buy a whole year's worth of
Well, this fool didn't even get a container for his supplements. He got 20 pounds of whey protein powder in a box. in a box. Like not even the tub. In a box. Yeah. They were like, fuck this guy. So how did you contain that?
I have 4 empty ones for the 5 pounds.
The tub? Oh, you just kept the tub.
I kept the tub, because I knew I was going to do that shit,
That's just crazy.
You know what's crazy? You know my protein used to do like 25-pound bags? Remember those? Have you ever used my protein? My protein?
My protein? Yeah. No, but I've always bought 5 because I'm always a 1 scoop protein person.
Because like during their Black Friday sale, it was like when they first started, it was ridiculous. Like 70% off. You could get like 20 pounds for like $3 a pound.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So like, because it was a UK brand, right?
Yeah. But like, I bought a big bag and I was like going through. Okay. And then, totally off topic by the way. And then like towards the end they started getting clumpy. Like the bottom was just, it wasn't like clump you could break down. It was clump that was not breakable. Yeah. And I made sure every time I reached my grubby hands in there, my hands were dry. Yeah. That way it doesn't. I was like, what the fuck? And then towards the bottom, it got more and more. And I shared this with a roommate.
Is it because like of the moisture or something?
No, I shared this with my other friend, right? So we were in the house. We shared the 25-pound. Yeah. And then I was like, what the fuck? And then I started noticing that there was protein that was on because we kept it in the cabinet, like on the bottom. Yeah. It was like all over the cabinet. So I was like, this motherfucker, like, I was like, can you like please be careful? Like, we don't want ants, right? Yeah. And he's like, dude, I'm always like, I always just scoop out one and then I shake it off. And turns out, the bag was being eaten by rats the entire time. Because the back of the thing was chewed through.
Don't tell me like the clumpy shit was rat poop.
No, it wasn't. But I think it was like their saliva. When they're eating it. So then after that, I'm like, I'm never buying a gigantic bag and just leaving the bag there.
Dog. It has basically made out with a rat. Yeah. Damn, you tongue kissed a rat, bro. Yeah, you could put that like in your your website bio, dude. DPT, CSCS, rat kisser.
that just shows you how weak the medieval people were, because they got the Black Plague from that shit. Yeah. None of that here.
None of that here. Not even COVID. Not even COVID for me, baby. COVID. Golden child over here. What's good with it?
Never got it.
No. Yeah. Never got it, which I'm very happy for. Okay, so. In terms of like, if you're very confident in your business and then you're very like
confident enough.
Confident enough, like that you know your product and you understand the value of your own product. Like, are you ever in your head about like, because obviously you're trying to scale, you're trying to grow like this gym. Like, are you ever in your head about like, oh, you didn't hit your mark in X amount of time?
Yeah. I'm already a year.
I'm like that all the time.
I'm already behind. So like the gym was supposed to come out towards the end of 23.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And then now it's like a year late, which is fine, but it's like I'm already behind on a lot of stuff. So I have like macro goals where I'm like this year I want to achieve 3 big things. Yeah. Right. And then every month is like one small, medium-sized goal. Right. So I try to hit it, but the monthly ones I usually get, the big ones I don't. Yeah. Because I just don't have the steps to get. Like for me, it's just like, I want to have maybe a second location in 2 years, right? Okay. But I have no idea what steps it takes, like the smaller steps to get there. Right. So it's just like these big like vision board stuff.
Dude. That is me. Like to get to here, like I don't know the steps to do that. So like I'm always in my head like fuck, like I'm fucking like what am I supposed to do? Yeah. And I feel like this is a big problem in just Los Angeles in general. Like it's the most LA thing that you only like really like fuck with someone if you see value in them. Yeah. Like in terms of
transactional, everything's
weird transactional value, right? Where like if I ask something like, oh, let's say for example, like, oh, like how did you get to this position of being director, like they're very vague, or they don't really give a handout or anything, or really like teach you. But there has been people that actually
want to mentor you and stuff like
that. Yeah, exactly. But like finding a mentor, asking like some stuff like, oh, how do you properly network or something, or how the hell do you get into like these events or something like that. Like, you know, I don't want to keep asking because I don't want to feel like I'm just only trying to be around there or be their friend because I'm just trying to get something out of it.
Favor. You gotta just keep doing favor for these high profile people, and then they feel bad and they're like, hey, like, why don't? That's how I got my clients, you know. And I work with this like hella rich Indian dude. Yeah. And then he like almost felt bad. He's like, oh, I must keep sending you people, like, you know. So he like, if you do enough goodwill for people, they'll be like, hey, what can I do for you? Hey, come on.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. Yeah. But at the same time, you know, like for me, like one of the things that I suck at is networking, right? Yeah. I feel like a lot of times, like, you know, just a cold message or a cold email might work. Who knows?
Or they might not even read it.
They might not even read it. What's going on, bro?
But keep reacting to your shit.
Hey, man, I'm not doing this for me. Doing this for our friend.
Not even. It's just like you could see that some people are being like taken advantage of.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, not malicious. Like their person just sucks. Whoever they're getting service from, and you're
you know, they're not in it to also create a genuine connection.
They're not.
So that's my whole concern about. It's like, you know, I would love to network with people. Yeah. I would love to like get some type of mentorship with anything, but I just don't want to come off as like, oh man, he's just using my networking system and my value rather than creating like.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to figure out. I got to figure out how I can be personable. You know, just baking cookies or something. I don't know.
No, I feel like you could
give him a high five.
No, like it depends on
what smiley emoji.
If you're like doing your fitness side, right?
Yeah.
Then you could leverage your film side for that. You know what I mean? But then your film hourly. My client told me that. No, but your film. The problem is your film hourly is more than your fitness hourly. You know what I mean? Right, so it doesn't make sense. It's more like the other way around when you're like trying to get film jobs. You're like, hey, I also train people. You want to,
I'm also like, I have this thing where I like to almost keep it separate. Like in terms of my training side, they understand that I do film work on the side. Right. On the other side, on the film side, I think because it's an art platform, everyone's basically an elitist. Like they think they're the shit. Like no matter what position that they're in. But then at the same time, like once they find out that I'm also a personal trainer, it's like, oh, you're not fully into this film stuff. Like you're just.
So the other way might be easier. Because like if you think about networking and fitness, right? It's going to be with people that are adjacent to the field. Mm-hmm. So if you offer them value in fitness, they don't really care because they're already in it or they're somehow related to it, right? Yeah. But your film side, they probably pay a guy or they don't, or like their shit might look whack. You know? You could tell.
A lot of times now, like especially in the fitness industry, all they care about is a nice DSLR camera, so something high definition with a good angle and like a decent LUT, like oversaturated LUT, and then with crazy weird TikTok-ish transitions, so they'll pay them a lot less, rather than something more curated, right?
But like because they need the constant switching of content, right? Yeah. So if they have, let's say, a $3,000 budget, in your opinion, right? Like in the new TikTok area, it'd be better to do a ton of low quality DSLR stuff, right? Rather than one like nice curated cinematography.
Pretty much. Yeah, and a lot of brands now are like that because. Pretty much commercial TV is almost non-existent. So putting budget into commercials is almost not a thing. Because pretty much commercials now is Instagram posts or TikTok posts. So some brands will have a budget, but then a lot of me and my film friends, we saw like a big drop-off for some stuff. Like you can, like this friggin' Chinese like shoewear brand like put like 10 grand one time into one of their campaigns, which was cool. It's like still like very small budget, but then they like fell off. It's like, oh, we can only give like 2 to 3 grand. Like what can you make out of it? Whereas with 10 grand, you know, we can hire a first AC, we can hire like or we can rent out other equipment, we can rent out studio space, you know, we use the budget properly to create something a little bit better. Which you don't really see too often, but brands now, like, you know, there's some brands that still invest because they want to make better quality content. But a lot of times, because nowadays people's attention spans is like so fast.
It's more like client acquisition has turned to the game of how often can you retarget the same people until they give up and be like, oh, I'll try it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like when you see stuff, because people have such short attention span, they're not gonna watch your nicely curated video.
Yeah, so you have to grab attention like away. 1 second.
So like if your hook sucks, they're swiping away, right? So the strategy now with Meta, it's like, all right, we'll try again. And again, and again, because they keep targeting them, but it has to be different content, right?
Right.
So obviously, unless you have a unlimited budget, right? You just have to make low quality, like constantly annoying,
like good quality, like enough
low production value.
That it looks nice because like you've been successful on your ads, and so have I because it's been like shot really well. But then at the same time, a lot of my ads were shot just with my iPhone. Yeah, exactly. So and then
it has to be annoying enough where they're like, all right, you know what?
And you have to be like eye grabbing, you know, like, and then always show your niche. Like for me, like it's always the mobility aspect. They're like, oh yeah, you're into. I like that you're into that. I'm like, cool. Yeah. Pay me. No. That's about it, man.
If you had to say one thing to your the client you're trying to help, what would it be? Pretend you're talking to her right now.
Well, now everyone knows it's a her.
Who cares? Not...
I can make you a lot stronger.
Is that it?
Than any coach.
What if that's not her bee's knees, man? What if he doesn't give a shit about strength?
Well, that's my bee's knees. Yeah.
You think that's where the disconnect is?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But then, like, I see her stories, and then she's also like, you know, still deadlifting and squatting. Right. Yeah. There's more like her body has like way more potential than what these like minimal, like
what most men have.
Yeah.
It's very anabolic. She has a very anabolic body.
She definitely has more testosterone than both of us put together. Combined, for sure, 100%.
Absolutely, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
I guess it's from a place where me too. Like I want to help people, and I see them with people that are not helping them, and I'm like, hey, you should.
Let me. How deep in this podcast? We're pretty much at the end. Yeah. All right, since we're at the end, I'm a way better trainer than your ex-boyfriend. We'll put it out there. We'll put it out there. I'm a way better functional trainer.
You are, and you
are. I'm gonna put it over that. Like it's pretty much.
You don't use no maces, no rope.
Yeah. You know why? I read books. Yeah. It's not the same trainer that finds us at all. I feel like that trainer is pretty like chill. Like maybe he feels some type of way about like
I don't think he's
functional
strength. I don't think he's chill. He's just shy. He doesn't like confrontation, you know. Because that dude was.
Oh well, no. Yeah. He confronted that one trainer.
Only people that he feels like he can bully.
Oh,
because the other guy, the smelly guy, like he's mostly harmless. I bully him too because when he's like on my shit, I'll just yell at him sometimes.
And he also smells.
He also smells really bad. But he wouldn't fight back because he's very he stutters a lot.
Yeah.
So like in the verbal fight, he would just shut down. He would fold immediately, right?
Yeah.
But then this guy, he just doesn't he feels very strongly about the stuff he says. That's why he posts like all these like and jabs in his stories about this fool, right?
Yeah.
But like, you know, he would talk shit because like one of the reasons why we're here is because those two guys talk shit about our friend and his wife and his kid, like in the middle of the day. A fucking infant, right? And this started this whole kind of
effect,
cascading effect of us moving out, right?
Yeah.
But like he was talking shit, and then when our friend confronted him, like, hey, like, do you say shit about me? He's just like, honestly, man, I don't know. I didn't say anything. I was like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah, because you heard it.
I heard it.
Yeah, I
wish I went up closer to record the mumbled parts.
Yeah, we just need this plugged in all the time so you can just be like,
yeah. Because they were just bored, I guess, because they had no clients at that time, and they were just
that was probably just their banter. Because they also like circle.
They also circle jerk. They like fucking throw each other off. Like,
yeah, it's like they don't know.
They don't know it's like that or some shit.
Yeah, they don't see what, or they don't know. Yeah. It's like only we know the intricacies. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. I just do me.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm not insecure about. Is like my training style.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like I think I'm the bee's knees. Yeah. You know, I might not be the most like hyper eccentric trainer, but my clients actually appreciate that.
You don't need to be like.
Yeah. One of them asked me recently, like, has anyone ever asked you to be ultra positive and like, you know, very like outspoken? And I go, no, but I can be if you want. And she goes, no, I kind of like this. You know, I'm having a good workout and you're very chill. I'm like, yeah, exactly. But if you need it, just if you request it, I'll be like, all right, next set, let's go. Great job. You did so well today. I'm very like, damn, good shit.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, nice, good shit. You know, I'm very myself. Yeah. That's why I'm not like really, into the sales stuff. Yeah. Like I'm half with that sales stuff. Like I'm insecure that maybe like I'm not as professional, but at the same time, I really like that I'm myself.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's like a recent shift. This is not even about insecurities anymore. That was a shift too, because like even now, right, as people walk in, I don't really care as much because I'm just like, you're seeking us out, right? Yeah. I'm just kind of speaking my mind. You're seeking us out. I'm not really trying to play like, oh, you need to come in there, because I don't ever sell out of a place of desperation.
Right.
But like, I was talking to another guy who runs a gym, much more successful gym, and he's just like, you're thinking about this wrong, because you're not selling them stuff. You are giving them a longer life. You're giving them the strength to play with their kids. So like, if you don't sell them, you're doing them a disservice.
I mean, that's basically like what we do for our clients is like, it's the outside applications, what they do in here will apply and have way better value outside. That's the whole point on functional strength, guys.
Yeah. So that's why when clients come in and then people like move machines for them to like, eliminate as much resistance as possible, is kind of weird.
Exactly.
It's more of an Equinox thing, but we ain't gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But like, anyways, so like that kind of changed my mindset a little bit, because I'm like, well, if I don't sell these people who walk in, they're gonna be fucked. They're gonna go to someone else. Yeah. One of the Dans or whatever, and they're gonna get fucked up. Yeah. Right. So like, I want to do that. So I'm just like, I'll give a little bit more effort to try to get them to do stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I don't like follow up. Like, they're like, oh, I'm not. It's a little bit too pricey. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. Let me know when your financial situation changes, and then we'll make it happen.
But at the same time, we're trying to sell, and my camera died. Wow, it actually overheated. That's crazy.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Wow. I'll say this is the last thing. Like, even without me in the camera. Yeah, I just like you're trying to also sell like a very niche product that people technically has never seen before, like a private group strength training class. Like, I said this earlier to you and your business partner. I said that, how many group classes do you see using a landmine?
None.
Almost never, right? And actually like utilizing it, like not some like BS stuff. Yeah. So that's about it. Yeah. Do you have any lasting thoughts before we close this episode?
Yeah, I'm really short. If you see my feet, like it's my legs are hanging off this.
I'll go over here. All right, guys, subscribe. Episode 58. New episodes every Wednesday. All right.